Residents at an apartment complex in Sydney have been assured there's no immediate threat to their complex or to units within it. Joining me live now is New South Wales Building Commissioner David Chandler. Appreciate your time. Just to clarify this issue, first of all, I heard you out there speaking pretty strongly, criticising the media, and you're entitled to do so. What is the issue here at 23 Halifax Street? It's long term, so it could have been structural, but it's going to be okay. Is that the best way of summing it up?
Look, all buildings have issues that if they're left unattended for longer than they should be, they could become problems. This project has got an issue which we said may result in a serious outcome. It's been nipped in the bud. The work is still to be done. The building will be rectified and there is no risk to the occupants of that building.
Okay, good to clarify. So this is the 23 Halifax Street building. This type of issue to do with what could have been ultimately, an element of structural integrity. Do you see this as an example of unacceptable standard of building, if you like, in Australia, or do you see this as happening in some apartment complexes? As long as it's fixed, it's okay?
This particular one, and I haven't been out to have a look at this one because my officers have been doing so, and if they felt that this should have been escalated to me, I can assure you they would have. But I've seen the photos of this and it's certainly ugly, but it's not at the extreme end of the issues that I get to see. But we will get this rectified and the developer clearly understands you will be rectifying this and it will be to the Building Commission's satisfaction.
You've been in the role not long. You said before you got into it you thought there might be 20% of developers out there that are risky, perhaps dodgy. I'll let you put the right word on it. I don't want to represent what you're saying. Do you still feel that's the case? And if so, how do people ward against that?
Well, I'd be naive to say to you that there wasn't potentially 20% of players out there that are demonstrating or who are risky or even dodgy. I'm not going to hide from those sorts of descriptors. But since I've been Building Commissioner, there's been a raft of things done that have swung the ball in the favour of consumers. First of all, we have extraordinary powers that no other state has. We're now 3 years into implementing that legislation, and from what I can hear from other states, New South Wales is streets ahead. The other thing that we've done that puts the power back in the consumer's hands is that we've worked with a private sector organisation to create an iCert rating system. I can't stress enough to consumers, please give a second thought to buying into a development off the plan that's not being delivered by a developer and a builder who have an iCert rating. That is a really powerful new card that you have available. You do it with fridges, you do it with cars, please now do it with the biggest investment you'll ever make in your life. And of course the next piece that we're doing that's going to make the world so much safer for consumers is 10-year warranty insurance. Already developers have started to offer 10-year warranty insurance. There's a growing number who will, and when the New South Wales Building Act bill passes, then we expect to see it mandatory. So 3 or so years from now, this will be a mandatory obligation, but consumers can start now making that decision. Pick a developer who's got an iCert rating first, and then have a look at those that have got a 10-year warranty insurance in their offering.
So that, I guess, tackles a sort of prevention rather than cure. Can you go back even further? Do you scratch your head sometimes at things that were certified, that how buildings got, ticked off with some of the problems you've seen in them?
Well, I don't just scratch my head, they make me very distressed. I mean, when I came into the role of Building Commissioner, I have to be honest with you, I've seen things in the last 4 years that I never imagined seeing in my professional career in this industry. So actually explaining to people how I feel about some of the work that I've seen has been difficult to describe, and for them they've found it most confronting. Well, that's bad luck. But I have been staggered by what I've seen, and I can say that what's coming forward is a lot better, but we've got to go back and make sure that some of the stuff that's there that could become a problem in the future is identified.
Well, if you can be part of helping that problem in New South Wales, I'm sure you'll have other states looking on, because it's an incredibly expensive thing to do in Australia, buy a house or an apartment. We'd like to think it's something that's going to stand the test of time. David Chandler, we know you were waiting for a while without technical issues. Appreciate your patience. Thank you.